This video has probably been a long time coming, but I promised you guys I would do it, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna be testing some of the Dollar Tree stamping products. I have them all laid out here. We've got the stamps, the clear stamps, we have stamp pads, we have the stamping blocks, and we're gonna test them to see how they do. So a lot of these things I have collected over the past few months, but I've noticed recently Dollar Tree has brought them back to the shelves. So you could probably go right now and find a lot of these in your local Dollar Tree stores. They are all $1.25 each, and they have a huge variety. There is a lot to choose from. You can also still find the ink pads, which I'm going to be testing today, in all the different colors, and the stamp blocks in stores too. So when I went to Dollar Tree and picked up some of the stamp sets, I noticed that throughout the month they came out with some different styles. We have the clear stamp sets. These are 13 pieces with the flowers and the pot. So it's kind of like a build your own scene. This one has 9 pieces. It's a sentiment set that also has some flower elements. This one was just kind of a random one, kind of a youthful one with all the little lizards or geckos on here. Then I got my personal favorite, which were the sentiment stamps. So each one of these is 21 pieces, but they each have some different sayings on them in different fonts. I thought I'd probably get the most use out of these versus buying the individual letter alphabet stamps, which they also had. This one has little butterflies and dragonflies on it. We have some birds with some other sentiments on them. This is a love, kind of like a Valentine's Day stamp set, and more sentiments, but this time they had some flowers to go along with them. And then these are kind of like texture general block plates, some little designs. Depending on what your store still has, you might find some of them still, or you might find some new versions of them. Then we also have the Crafters Square ink pads, and they come in 4 different colors. So we have the black ink here, the blue, red, and green. And these are probably a really good size. I went ahead and for testing purposes got just a regular ink pad, and you can see the size comparison. They're about equivalent to like a normal standard stamp pad. And then since they are clear stamps, we do have a couple of the stamp blocks from Crafters Squares. There's 2 different styles. This was the square style that had the grid on it, and then this is kind of the beveled edge that was completely clear. And since Dollar Tree doesn't have a stamp positioner yet, maybe they will get one, I'm going to be using this one from We Are Memory Makers. It's the Advanced Precision Press that comes with the foam pad, and I'll be using this to also test out in addition to the Dollar Tree acrylic blocks. Thought I would try one of these that didn't have as much detail first. So we'll start with the love stamps. They're pretty stuck to the package. Finally, maybe the heart one. Let's do the heart one because it has a space where it's blocked out. And then I have an eraser here to kind of season it a little bit. And then let's try it with one of the stamp blocks. Do the clear acrylic one. I say this one is about 1/4 of an inch thick. Peel it off pretty nice. Here we go. And it sticks on. Get some paper. Oh, we need the ink pad. Since it's a heart, let's do in red. Here's our stamp pad. And I'm hoping it still has ink on it. I've had it for a while. Let's try inking it up. Not too bad. And I see a little bit over there isn't as filled in. I have my Lawn Fundamentals stamp chamois, which is brand new. And it's dry, so I'm going to go wet it and dampen it so I can clean off my stamp for the next color. All right, I got it damp. It's the first use, so it's going to make it all dirty with the ink. Clean off the stamp. Check it. Okay, I'm gonna season a little bit more where that didn't pick up as much ink. All right, let's do a take 2. Okay, that one's much better. You can definitely see how it bled a little bit, probably because the stamp was still a little bit wet, but I think overall the impression is much better that second time around. So for the next stamp, I'm going to try using the other acrylic block, a different color of Dollar Tree ink, just to test out the blocks. So we tested the red. I was worried these were going to be too thin, but I actually think they're pretty good. Let's try the I Love You, because it has a straight line kind of for the words, and we'll line it up on the line here. It's hard to see on white paper. Let's move this way. There we go. Okay. And then a different color of Dollar Tree ink. Oh, I didn't season that one. All right, let's try out the I Love You. Oh, that's really cute. I actually picked up a lot of the details in this one. In the letters, there's a lot of lines in it. I will have to say the black probably isn't as crisp as I would think a black should be. So we'll compare it to the Memento black ink just for comparison. Still some left of the black ink. The black still wants to stay on the stamp. All right, that's probably good enough. And this I think is, yeah, this is Tuxedo black. Oh yeah, definitely can see a difference. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but one is definitely like a lighter shade of black, almost gray, and the other one is like a blackest of black. So definitely have to say the black ink is not very pigmented as much as the name brand one. It does the job, but it's not as crisp and clean as that one. The red I would have to say is pretty decent, but it is kind of a muted red. Let's go ahead and try the blue and green. Once we try these out, then we'll go ahead and just continue with the Memento ink. And while we're at it, let's switch some stamp sets. Let's look at maybe this one, the build your own kind of flower arrangement. Quite a bit larger, and it has a lot more detail too. So let's try the green for the, oh no, let's do the blue. Do the blue. This one actually looks like some of the ink pad is darker than other parts of it, which makes me think the ink is kind of not evenly dispersed. Here is our first impression of the blue. Huh, not bad. It actually picked up the detail pretty well. It's very, very light blue. It's almost like an aqua, like a teal ocean blue. Let's go ahead and try it at the same stamp in the green. Didn't season this one. Let's just see the difference. This one definitely I should have taken the eraser to it because I'm seeing some of the lines not complete. So let's check out a different set, and we're going to use it with our stamp press. This is actually the first time that I've been using clear stamps. Normally, I've done wooden stamps in the past, so this is a new experience for me to experiment with these. I like the set because it actually comes with some sentiments already. I think that's really good. Let's do this giant flower. Okay, the adhesive on this one is super sticky. It's not even wanting to come off of the plastic. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, this might be an actual flop. Can't even get it off. Oh my gosh, it's not even sticky on that side. Okay, so it wasn't very sticky on the other side. So if anybody has any tips on how to make that sticky, greatly appreciate that. And then we have some room to add in another one too. And this one, the backing has stuck to the stamp because it's been in the package for so long. The paper is actually sticking to the stamp. Look at that. Not impressed with that. Look, it's like literally sticking to the paper. That is a fail. What is interesting to note is that recently the packaging at Dollar Tree has changed for the clear stamps. Now they're in plastic sleeves, which makes me think they're not going to stick to the cardboard backing. This will be a definite plus because in my case, that paper backing was not working. This will take some time to clean this off of here, and then you have to make it sticky again. So this stamp set was a fail, to be honest. Okay, so let's try another one because I don't have time to clean that off for you guys. I was really looking forward to that one too. That's a shame. How about we do like a butterfly? I think these have been in the packages for so long that it's just not wanting to come off. Okay, that one actually came off without sticking to it. All right, so we're happy about that. Okay, and since we are only using the black ink, that's the ink that I have to use. So we'll just color it all black. Didn't season. I can already tell that this middle flower was having trouble holding the ink, so maybe I didn't use the eraser on it that long, but we can, of course, with the positioner, redo it. Oh, yeah. Okay, so our Celebrate turned it out beautiful. This flower did not, and this butterfly has seen better days. So let's try and re-ink a little bit, see if a second imprint helps. Not really on the flower, and a little bit on the butterfly. That Celebrate sentiment looks really, really good. I'm gonna clean this off and maybe try redoing it and see if another impression works. All right, so I went ahead and changed out the sentiment up here and put a new one from the same package that this one came from. It was this one right here. And then I put an additional flower on here and then redid the seasoning on these two. So we will see if this makes any difference. Otherwise, this set might be a dud compared to some of the other ones. The ink looks like it's going on better on these bottom two. And this sentiment this time is a really thin one. Here we go. Here is the truth. So I'm gonna have to call it on this particular one. This one was not impressive at all. The sentiment turned out pretty decently, but it's super thin and not the best. And the butterfly, still not the best. So based on those findings, you guys, I would definitely have to say ink pads, giving these a thumbs down. They do work, although the colors aren't as bold and pigmented as you might like. Acrylic stamp blocks, thumbs up for sure, especially like the ones with the guides on them, a really good value. Stamp sets, hit and miss. So this one here that had kind of the less detail, I did have some shading in here. This one actually worked lovely. This sentiment one also worked pretty well. Did like this flora one. It did have a little bit of detail on there, but it really picked it up, even though it was really fine. This one with the shaded flowers, not impressed at all by that one. So that one was a thumbs down. This one that wouldn't come off the back is a thumbs down. It might just be mine. Some other people might have had better luck with this, and I was really hopeful for this one. So that one is a no. And this butterfly one didn't turn out as well. We didn't test any of the other ones. So that one was kind of a thumbs down. And then these were left to try, although this one is very similar to my other words, so I'm gonna guess that that one's pretty good. So some other ones that are probably gonna be a hit and miss. Hit and miss, thumbs up, thumbs down on the actual clear stamps. So half great, half okay, some wonderful, but there are still many more to test at Dollar Tree. So you guys, I would love it if you would click subscribe to join me on more videos and give me a thumbs up too. I'll see you in the next video.